I've had some pretty good views out of the back door in my time, but how about this one? Wow, the bleak heart of mid Wales. Oh, that's enough of that. Thanks to global warming, it is bloody freezing in the morning in late August now. Those who intend to survive what's coming next might be able to relate to this. Is obviously the injected will be turned against the uninjected, and the injected already proven that they can be manipulated to do anything. So I imagine you've been thinking about how you're going to survive the next phase, which is pretend you're one of them. You say, oh yeah, I got ill after the second injection, and I'm waiting for the letter to tell me to come in. I phoned them twice, and can't wait for the third one. Forgetting of course that they said, after the second one that would be it. Oh no. Then they're going to blame those that haven't had the injection, and you're just going to have to blend in somehow. But in France, they've already had police manning the entrances to supermarkets in large numbers to prevent the uninjected entering. God. And the hospitals now are full of injected. I mean, full, not like nurses doing TikTok pretending there's a crisis with the news spouting out numbers like last year. Oh no. It's busy. It's busy with injected. I even had a friend of mine write to me saying that he came down with the C after 2 injections, and I'm like, yeah mate, yeah you would. And then he asked me to explain what was going on, and I decided just to give him a quick paragraph. Yeah mate, Klaus Schwab, depopulation, manipulation, psyop. And he just bounced back at me. You've probably experienced this before, all of you, when you've tried to warn your friends about it. They just bounce back at you and call you a crazy loon, conspiracy theorist. That how could all these institutions globally coordinate? Well, they have. And I'm also talking to friends who do intend to survive this, and I mean they've been ready like me for just months and months with the storable food, and the water solution and the solar solution. They've just been ready, and they think, just get on with it already, just get on with it. Whatever the plan is, just crack on with it to the end game. And they think that although obviously the survival of the fittest, the corollary of that is the removal of those who can't adapt I mean, that stage has already been done. Now survival of the fittest involves the NeoDarwinism these nutters are into. Involves the removal of competition. And the competition is those who intend to survive this versus those who are causing this. That's the next phase, isn't it? Be prepared, get ready, buckle up. And it's to those who figured out what's happening after injection that I turn with a heavy heart. Man. Right, you've basically been turned into your cells, every single one of them has been reprogrammed for another purpose other than sustaining your life. That purpose being the replication of the pathogen, which is the spike protein. Yeah, normally that thing is just linked up in geometric patterns on the shell of the virus. Yeah, now your purpose is to produce all of that, but it has a secondary purpose other than making virus shells, and that is it latches onto receptors called ACE2 that line all of your blood vessels right down to the capillaries. What happens is the first one latches on, creates an immune response, the white blood cells gobble it up, bang, then there's a little hole in your arteries. Then the next one goes through the holes in your arteries and then reprograms all your internal organs for that purpose. The most sinister weapon ever made. Probably already the toll is going to be more horrific than World War II or Stalinist Russia or Maoist China combined. This is horrific. So if you want to survive that, if you're interested in survival, this is what it's all about. Get yourself a multivitamin tablet, take it daily. It's got to contain zinc, iodine, vitamin C, vitamin D. Yeah? And something to deliver the zinc into the cells. Now, I'll leave you to not Google that, but look at it on DuckDuckGo, okay? Because those chemicals that allow zinc to pass into the cells to prevent viral replication, those chemicals have been banned from being spoken about on YouTube and in fact all social media. I wonder why. Alright, it's going to be showtime real soon, chaps and lasses. You wonder, how did the Nazis do it in the 1930s? How did they turn a prosperous, educated democracy into the greatest force of evil the earth has ever seen? Well, two simple methods, right? Is instill fear in the population of standing up, and two, the self-promotion of psychos. Basically anyone who wanted a higher rank just assumed it, and all of the good ones left. All the ones who couldn't do it in good conscience left. Either left the country before things hit the fan, or just didn't get involved at all. So now what we'll be left with is a police force where all the good coppers are left, and you'll just have all the nutters just obeying orders. Remember? Just obeying orders.
Moment, hier ist gerade die Polizei, bricht gerade die Tür auf. Polizei! Ich will die Hände sehen! Auf den Boden, runter beide! Runter auf den Boden! Geh runter! Stopp, mein Jungs! 110, Sekunde 110! 2 Personen hier am Boden liegen bleiben. Wie sind Ihre Namen? Wie heißen Sie? Wie heißen Sie? Ich bin Andreas. Sonst irgendwelche Messer, Waffen, irgendwas einstecken? Nein. Computer aus.
That's the Nuremberg Code. You can't do that. No. And, oh, by the way, the punishment for that is death. Punishment for disobeying the Nuremberg Code is death. It's the United Nations treaty. Every country signed up to it. In fact, it was before the United Nations. It was one of the things that the United Nations was built upon to prevent tyranny taking over the world. And now the UN is building the next tyranny. Yep. So the police and the doctors and the nurses, all the good ones, won't be involved in that service anymore. They'll just all be death machines. All of them. I wish you all well. I don't know how much longer any of us will be able to continue on platforms like this. You'll just have pop videos and cat videos and propaganda like the BBC. That's if the clots don't get you first. And many of you have been persuaded to say, oh, you're not a doctor, you're not a virologist. Look, I'm just quoting banned doctors and virologists who've said this. I can't even mention them on YouTube, okay? The former head of Pfizer, can't mention his name, Michael. I can't even mention the Nobel Prize winners who invented mRNA and the PCR test. Can't mention them. I can't mention it. You're just gonna have to look it up, or just believe me. Somebody wants to save you. Now, we've been divided and conquered on this issue for long enough, haven't we? But you'll notice that the survivors have not been and cannot be persuaded to hate those who've been manipulated. But those who've been manipulated can be manipulated to hate the survivors and turn on us. But I will not turn on anyone, except those who wish to harm my fellow humans. Oh. Well, not much of a van life episode, except that so many people have been getting vans recently for this reason. To survive what's next. And they've all got their plans. And we're going to make this. We're going to survive this. And we're going to win because we have to. For the survival of the species. The primary purpose of our genome is survival of the species. That's it. That if you're not doing that, you're doing something wrong. You know, we're not going to go the way of the dodo or the pterodactyl. We're going to figure out what's happening and we're going to survive this. Good luck.